There you go.
All right, cool.
Did you get it?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
want lights off or on?
I guess let's do off. So
You want to try one off and one
Lance,
on?
try to work.
Try one first.
Yeah.
No, both.
Turn Lance's lamp on.
Well, we also have to make sure that her video records.
Oh. Yeah.
So that's why. What do you think? Think it'll record them?
Yeah, we're good.
I can see that okay, right? Yeah.
Good, Matt? We good?
Hi, cool. Well, I'm introducing the next assignment that you guys are going to be working on. And does anybody have any guesses what we're kind of looking at, what we're going towards? Something that involves light?
Yeah.
No. Not necessarily. Is it what?
A wire sculpture, like pantyhose over it.
Oh, it does kind of look like that, huh? Now, what we're actually going to be doing next is organically inspired artwork. So, what do you guys think I mean by the word organic? Yeah.
Related to nature and like soft movements, non-geometric.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, non-geometric, that's exactly right. So I've got the definition here of things that are organic, of relating to or arising in a bodily organ, affecting the structure of an organism, you know, nature things. So non-geometric, basically. So what I have for you guys are some examples. Have y'all talked about Dale Chihuly, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool guy. Has anybody seen his work? He had some stuff at Crystal Bridges, yeah. So Dale Chihuly gets a lot of inspiration from nature. These structures here, you'll see a lot of them at the botanical gardens. I saw them at the Dallas Arboretum, which is pretty cool. But, you know, they look kind of familiar, right? Like this looks like something you might have seen in nature. Does anybody have any guesses, or does this look like something they've seen before in nature? A tree? A sun? Yeah?
On the left looks like the those things with like the white thing. Yeah, the dandelion.
Yeah, dandelion, for sure. You know what I thought? Like whenever I saw this this sculpture on the left, I thought about pollen under a microscope. So that's just something that, you know, like you guys can possibly pull inspiration from. It doesn't have to necessarily be a bird that inspires you, but maybe it is. You know, like it doesn't have to be a direct reference to a natural object. In fact, that's not really what we're going for. We're going for something that's inspired by nature, but not necessarily being representative of nature. So this is Kate McGuire's work. Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah.
Can you see what that's made out of? Yeah, do you mind hitting the lights? Thanks. Isn't that, like, I don't know, I think that's awesome. So can you tell what that's made out of? Feathers, yeah, exactly. So this is made out of feathers, and she's kind of created these organic structures that don't really represent anything, but the way that she has them displayed and the way that they are formed, I mean, they look like little creatures, right? So how does the way that she has displayed these affect her artwork? How does that affect you as a viewer?
Mind blown.
Mind blown? Good answer.
Makes me uneasy.
Uneasy. Why is that?
Well, on the right one, it kind of looks like a bunch of teeth instead of a plant.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of it's kind of creepy, right? So it's especially by the way that she has these encased in these glass casings. It's kind of like it's, you know, a specimen or like a scientific object for observation. So whenever you guys are planning your projects, you're going to be considering how you're going to be displaying that. That's going to be a part of your grade. So that's something to think about. This is another artist that uses inspiration from nature with organic shapes. She actually would weave wire together. This is Ruth Asawa. She's a Japanese-American artist, or she was. She's passed away now. But yeah, so you can see how she uses organic shapes. And they're not really representative of anything, but you can see how, you know, that might be referring to a gourd. Or, you know, she could have found that inspiration from anything. But yeah, and that's also material that you guys are familiar with the wire sculptures. So that's something that you guys could potentially do. Any guesses what this is made out of? Yeah. Yeah, I think I showed some of you guys this in the library my first day. But yeah, so this is my favorite installation artist, Tara Donovan. This is thousands of styrofoam cups. And the way she's done this is she's glued them together in a way that creates these waves that is kind of, replica of a cloud or referring to a cloud. And the way that she uses repetition with her material, you lose the idea that it's a cup. But I mean, if you look up close, like you can see how those are a bunch of little cups smushed together. But again, you can see how this is referring to a natural structure, and it's, so there's that. This is some of my own work. It's definitely not as great as anything you just saw. But so I used to work in a bakery, right? And so like I took these, here are cream cheese boxes that were just these perfect little small rectangles that I don't know why, but I got really excited about them. And and so I created these organically inspired shapes with boxes. And then I've got toilet paper rolls in here. Did I get close up? Yeah, there's a pill bottle up there. But when you look at it, it's not necessarily what you're seeing. What you're seeing is this organic shape, kind of referring to some kind of floral arrangement. Yeah. It's about the size of that whiteboard. So, yeah, it was pretty tedious. And I actually did this in my Drawing 3 class. My teacher was like, well, what are you interested in? And I was obsessed with collecting trash. So she was like, well, you can draw with, a paper towel roll. And so just make lines and use whatever kind of material you need to communicate what you need to. So you guys are going to be doing naturally inspired artwork. So, this can be something that is very applicable to you, like if you guys are interested in biology. Maybe you're looking at microscopic images. If you're interested in theater, like maybe there's some kind of set design or maybe some kind of fabric that is, naturally flowing that you're into. Like, you can find inspiration anywhere. Maybe it's sports, maybe there's something about the field you're working on. I don't know. These are just ideas. So keep that in mind. But something you do need to know is you're starting this October 17th. That day you're going to come in with your sketches, any kind of reference material that you need. You can talk to myself or Ms. Suit about this project. We're very excited about it. And you will also need to have the material. You're going to need to be ready to work the 17th. So, yeah, that's what you guys are doing next. Woo! Yay.
Okay, so to tie into what you've just done, we're gonna deal with our bottles right now. So whether you knew it or not,